Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've looked at the GPU market lately, you know it can be a scary place. Prices are high, stocks fluctuate, and sometimes you just don't need a monster graphics card. Sometimes you just want to revive an old office PC, build a home theater setup, or play some light esports titles without selling a kidney. Today, we are looking at a very interesting contender from the Asian market that has been flooding online marketplaces like AliExpress and Amazon. This is the SOYO GeForce GT 740, but this isn't the standard reference card you remember from 2014. This is a low-profile version, boasting 4 GB of DDR3 memory, a 128-bit bus, and, surprisingly, HDMI 2.0. Is this the savior for your budget SFF build? Let's find out. Before we plug this in, let's address the brand, SOYO. If you've been into PCs since the 90s or early 2000s, that name rings a bell. They used to make legendary motherboards. After disappearing for a while, the brand has been revitalized, focusing now on budget-friendly components for the entry-level market. Inside the box, the experience is simple. You get the card wrapped in an anti-static bag and usually a low-profile bracket. Check your specific listing to be sure. The build quality. The card is tiny. It features a single fan design with a small aluminum heatsink. The PCB is clean, usually black or blue depending on the batch. It utilizes a PCI Express X16 3.0 interface. The most important physical feature here is the low-profile design. This makes it an absolute perfect fit for those slim Dell Optiplex, HP Elite Desk, or Lenovo ThinkCentre cases that can't fit a full-size GPU. Let's talk numbers. What are you actually buying? GPU architecture. This runs on the NVIDIA Kepler architecture, GK107. Yes, it is older tech, but Kepler is known for being reliable and driver-friendly. VRAM. It comes with 4 GB of DDR3. Now, I have to be honest here, DDR3 is slower than GDDR5. However, having 4 GB of capacity is actually a huge plus for texture loading in older games and for handling high-resolution desktop environments compared to the standard 1 GB or 2 GB cards of the past. The VRAM interface. It runs on a 128-bit bus. This is crucial. Many cheap cards like the GT 710 or some versions of the GT 730 are 64-bit. The 128-bit bus helps compensate slightly for the slower DDR3 memory speed. Power. It draws all its power from the PCIe slot. No 6-pin or 8-pin power connectors are required. This means you can run this on a stock 240-watt or 300-watt power supply without worry. The I/O ports. This SOYO model is surprisingly modern in its connectivity. 1. HDMI, labeled as supporting HDMI 2.0, great for 4K output. 2. VGA, perfect for older repurposed monitors. 3. DVI, the standard digital connection. Installation is plug and play. Because it is an older NVIDIA chipset, Windows 10 and Windows 11 will likely grab a basic driver automatically. However, for the best performance, you should download the NVIDIA GeForce Game Ready drivers. Note, since the GT 740 is Kepler-based, you may need to look at the legacy driver section on NVIDIA's website if the latest driver doesn't support it, but support for this series remains robust for basic functionality. Before we game, let's talk about home theater PCs. If you're building a media center to watch movies on your TV, the SOYO GT 740 is actually a steal. I tested this via the HDMI port. YouTube 4K playback? Smooth. The card has hardware acceleration for older codecs, but the CPU does some work on VP9. Generally, 1080p and 1440p are flawless. Multi-monitor? I hooked up 3 monitors simultaneously, HDMI, VGA, and DVI. It handled the extended desktop environment perfectly. If you're a stock trader or an office worker needing more screen real estate, this card does the job for a fraction of the price of a Quandro card. All right, the moment of truth. Can the SOYO GT 740 4GB game in 2024? Disclaimer, we are testing this on a budget system, Core i5-4570, 8GB of RAM to simulate a real-world scenario. 1. League of Legends and Dota 2. Settings, 1080p medium to high. Result, extremely playable. We are seeing averages between 60 to 90 FPS. Verdict, for MOBA games, this card is absolutely fine. The 4GB VRAM helps keep frame times stable during chaotic teamfights. 2. CSGO/CS2. Settings, 720p, low to medium. Result, CS2 is much heavier than CSGO. You'll need to drop the resolution to 720p or use FSR if available to get a stable 40 to 60 FPS. Verdict, playable for casuals, not for competitive ranked play. 3. Minecraft Java Edition. Settings, 1080p, 12 chunks. Result, solid performance. We're getting well over 60 FPS. Verdict, if you are buying this for a kid who loves Minecraft or Roblox, this is the perfect card. It handles these titles easily without overheating. 4. GTA 5. Settings, 720p, normal or low settings. Result, the game runs. We're looking at 30 to 45 FPS. Verdict, it is a console-like experience. Think PS3, Xbox 360 era, but slightly sharper. The 4GB VRAM actually stops the textures from popping in and out, which is a common issue on 1GB cards. 5. Valorant. Settings, 1080p, low. Result, surprisingly good. Valorant is very CPU dependent, but the GT 740 holds its own, delivering 60+ FPS consistently. Temperature. During the stress test, Furmark, the card peaked at roughly 68 degrees Celsius. This is very safe. The Kepler chip doesn't generate much heat. Noise. The single fan is audible at 100% speed, but during general use and light gaming, it blends into the background noise of the PC case. It is not a jet engine. Power efficiency. This is the card's superpower. It sips power. You do not need to upgrade your power supply. Let's break it down before we give the final verdict. The pros. Price. Very affordable compared to the GT 1030 or GTX 1050. Form factor. Low profile and single slot ready. Fits almost anywhere. VRAM. 4GB is generous for this price point, aiding in multitasking and texture loading. Connectivity. HDMI, DVI, and VGA cover all generations of monitors. Power. No external power cable needed. The cons. Memory type. It uses DDR3, not GDDR5. This significantly limits bandwidths and gaming performance compared to a GDDR5 GT 740 or GT 1030. Architecture. Kepler is old. Don't expect driver support for the newest AAA titles. Cyberpunk, Starfield, etc. will not run. Performance ceiling. It hits a wall with modern gaming. It is strictly for esports and older titles. So, is the SOYO GT 740 4GB worth your money? Yes, if you are upgrading an old office PC, Dell, HP, or Lenovo, and need a low-profile card. You need a display adapter for a PC without integrated graphics. You play primarily light games like Minecraft, Roblox, League of Legends, or older titles from the 2010s. You want a cheap card for a home theater PC to watch 4K videos. No, if you want to play Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite on competitive settings, or modern AAA games. You have the budget for a GTX 1050 Ti or an RX 6400. The bottom line, for the price, the SOYO GT 740 fills a specific niche perfectly. It bridges the gap between integrated graphics and expensive dedicated GPUs. It breathes new life into old hardware, and in today's economy, that is a win. Thanks for reading or watching. If you're planning to build a budget PC, let me know in the comments what CPU you're pairing this with. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more budget tech reviews. See you in the next one.